Once you log onto D2L, your last 20 accessed courses will be displayed in order from the most recently accessed. Select the course that you intend to create or edit. Now, take a good look at this next screen. This is the layout for your course. This is what students will see when they first come into your course. All of the content that you want them to access should be centrally located here in the content browser. Notice that right now the content browser has no content to display. I'll show you how to add some content later. Now look here where the nav bar is located. The nav bar includes many important links that you will use again and again. Let's go over them briefly from left to right. The course home button will always bring you back to this page. The content button is how you add content to your course, such as PowerPoints, assignments, syllabus, lectures, and any other types of media. The next button is the discussions button, which is where you will go to create discussion boards for your students to discuss topics relative to the course. The fourth icon is the Dropbox icon. The Dropbox allows you to create electronic folders for assignment submissions. For instance, if your students need to submit an essay, you will create a Dropbox folder in which they will submit the assignment. The next icon is the quizzes icon, which is the tool for creating electronic quizzes and exams in D2L. Finally, you have the Other tab, which allows you to access many other tools utilized by D2L. Further to the right, you have your class list button, which allows you to view your active roster of users enrolled in the class. You may enroll, unenroll students, add instructors, or remove instructors, etc., etc. The next icon that you see is the grades icon, which is where students will go to see their grades, and where your gradebook for this course lies. The final link that you use here is the Edit Course link, which takes you to a plethora of tools that will allow you to do advanced editing in your course. Left of the content browser lies the calendar for this course. If you choose to use the calendar tool, then important dates will appear here to students. To the right of the content browser is the news column. This is where you can make important announcements to your students regarding this course. Below the news item is the updates menu, which provides you and students with updates. For instance, if you grade an assignment in the gradebook, this updates section will alert your student. Below the updates menu is the admin tools menu, which provides a shortcut to mass editing items such as the import, export, copy components tool, the learning activity library, and remote plugins. Finally, under the calendar tool is the role switch tool. Ideally, this tool was created to allow you to see your course as your students see your course. However, as the instructor, we don't always get an accurate view of what our students see, so don't rely too heavily on this tool. If you ever find yourself in need of help, the D2L Help button is located at the top right corner under your name. This concludes the homepage overview.